What's up, guys? We're back with another video. We got a banger here for you guys. We're gonna keep the sim going in this one. Last episode we were rolling. Uh, we figured out the line combinations that really make this team work. So Will Cooley's back from an injury, so we're just gonna throw him back in and then keep simming for a bit here. Probably get up to the trade deadline here. I don't know if we'll do the trade deadline in this video. I'll probably just lead up to it, and then you guys can let me know what your thoughts are and any trade targets that you guys have. I can take a look at in the next video. So I think that's the goal here, is to get to the trade deadline. All right. As for Will Cooley, we're going to sub him back in for Gus Nyquist here. And we're going to keep this train rolling here, boys. Sorry about my voice. I just woke up. Hopefully it gets better here as I keep talking. But yeah, these were the lines we had before Cooley got hurt. I think we threw Nyquist on the power play. We switched those two. Yep. So we're going to switch those two back. We want Cooley in front of the net. And I think he was on the kill as well instead of Connor Brown, but I don't mind him out there. I don't mind Connor Brown in the kill is what I mean. Maybe we take off McDavid. No, we're just going to leave it like this, alright? And yeah, that's going to be our lines here moving forward. Yeah, we still got these guys in the minors, right? If we need to bring them up. Alright, so let's keep simming. And let's make sure this team gets into the playoffs here this year, boys. So we've become more of an offensive team. And now it's just earning our defensive attributes. Earning our defensive prowess, I guess, that we had last year, because we were a very good defensive team. Let's see if we can keep this train rolling here. Win against Ottawa, that's huge. Big divisional matchup there. 2 losses in a row. We got a big game against Florida here. I'm going to jump into the real-time sim here. So Florida, they won the Cup not last year. Last year they lost to the Cup champs in 7. The 2 years before, they won the Cup. So they're still a very good team. We know the beef that McDavid has with them. So this is an important game for our team, for sure. Let's see how we do here. First period, they got Victor Olofsson now, and he's going to score a power play goal. Let's bounce back in the second here, boys. Alright, I think we're going to jump into this one here. Just in a bit of it first, but there you go. Tom Wilson ties the game up, and Oliver Bjorkstrand actually gives us the lead here, and Matthew Tkachuk scores on the power play to even this game up. So we got a doozy here. We got a good game. We're going to wear our alternates for this one. We're going to jump right in. I forgot to put myself as a watcher. Alright. So we got a good game developing here. This is the only game I'll play in this video. Yeah, we're going to want to keep the sim going and get up to the trade deadline. So, oh. There goes our alternate jerseys. Whatever, it's fine. So we're on the power play here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can take the lead here. McDavid just skates it into the zone to a high danger chance there. Bobrovsky's going to turn that one away. So our power play's been working really well this season, so it'll be fun to see it in action. Ehlers there gets killed by number 8 on the Panthers. I don't know who that is. Sam Bennett. Oh, they got Mike Matheson. Really? They got Connor Timmins on the blue line now, too. Some changes were made to Florida, absolutely, probably after losing to the Leafs last year, right? Interested to see their whole lineup, honestly. Sam Iskevich. Alright, boys. Let's get the power play rolling here. Big hit by Wilson there. We'd love to see that. All right, McDavid, turn it up. Let's go. Let's go set it up in their zone. Shot there by Slavin. There we go. Let's get it rolling. Patty Kane out there. This shot's not going to get through. And we're going to get the second unit out here. It's Shane Pinto. He's going to take a shot. Turned away by Bobrovsky. Pinto again, battling down low. Takes it to the net. And we're going to set it up here. Full pressure. But that shot gets blocked. Samoskevich tries to clear it. Ekblad picks it up. It's Patty Kane. And Reinhart comes out of the box. His shot, saved by Aninen, and picks up his rebound, finds Barkov in the slots, rips it home. So Reinhart and Barkov, that duo is still just causing problems for us here. Probably causing problems for the whole league. If you can remember last year, this line of Reinhart, Barkov, and Matthew Tkachuk all had over 120 points, or 110 points, some of them over 120. So a very strong line. And they're still together here as a line. And you saw the standings there, or the player rankings, they're still up there. So they're not going anywhere. They score a big one right after their big kill. And now we're forced to chase an equalizing goal here. Let's get our first line out there then. Man, that sucks. Bobrovsky and Joseph Wall tied for wins. Tied for second in the league in wins. That would have been a big draw to win. Let's go here, boys. We're going to have to maybe play this team in the playoffs. We got to figure out a way to beat these guys here, especially at home. Big hit there by Kempe. For the trade deadline, boys, now that I'm watching this team, I'm thinking we might need to make a big move and bring someone in to replace Turcotte on that first line. I mean, I like the way he's playing, but I don't know if he's a first-line player, right? Like, you look at Florida's first line, they got Barkov, Reinhart, Tkachuk. There's no Alex Turcotte 83 overall there. They're all studs. So I don't know how we're going to do that because we're pretty close to the cap. But we're going to have to find a way. McDavid with a shot there. Trickles through and Bobrovsky just picks it up. Oh yeah, boys, that might be something we look at. Oh, wow, that's a big hit. I'd like to get someone on the first line that can play some tough hockey, so that stuff like that doesn't go unanswered. Because our first line is not the toughest right now. I mean, McDavid's not the toughest player. Kempe either. And neither is Turcotte, right? Maybe like a first liner who's got some sandpaper to his game, like a Brad Marchand type or something, or like a Brady Tkachuk. Like, we're not going to get him, but maybe Will Cooley's the answer. But I don't know, boys. Let's pull the goalie here. 25 seconds left. Let's go here, boys. Let's try and get one. Nice pick up by Slavin. Nope. Gets turned over. Here's Ekblad. Let's go. Final chance here to score one there. Dvorak. He's going to find Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand tries to rip it. Gets blocked. We pick it up in the corner. One more chance here. Slavin. Oh, boys. Alright, so we lose one to the Florida Panthers, and we lose 3 out of our last 4 since beginning this video here. We're going to keep simming a bit before we make any moves here, but we might have to make some lineup changes, or we might have to make a trade, honestly. Because we're not in a position to be dropping 3 out of the last 4 here. I'll tell you that much. Alright, so we're going to sim here to the Los Angeles Kings game. Hopefully we can turn this around again. Let's go on another 8-game win streak. Why not, boys? Okay. There you go. 8-3, 6-5 shootout win. Couple big wins in a row. Alright, we get a point against Utah. I'd like to win more games at home, boys. Alright, big win against the Rangers. That's the team we lost to last year, so that's a big win. Alright, looks like we turned it around a bit. We're in 6th in the Atlantic, so that's not good enough, boys. But I think we're trending upwards, so I'm going to keep simming, alright? We're going to go to the Boston game because they're right ahead of us. This could be a big game here. Nick Ehlers, injured shoulder. January 18th. Alright, he's not gone for that long. We're going to throw Nyquist in for Kane and Kane in for Ehlers. That's how we're going to deal with that, alright? I think that makes sense. Ehlers is an offensive guy, so is Kane, and so is Nyquist. So I think it works out pretty well, actually. Alright. Losing a shootout to the Kings. We beat the Sabres 6-2. Ehlers is back, but he's not back until the 18th, like fully back, right? So we're gonna leave him out. The Bruins they're actually way ahead of us. I'm actually interested to see their lineup because I remember we traded Cam York to them, thinking they were going to be a bad team. You see Jeremy Swayman's got a 920 there. I did not think they were going to be this good this fast, but here we are. James Higgins has become that first-line center. It's actually his first year in the NHL, too, and he's a point-per-game player playing with Pasternak and Middlestat. Yeah, Arvidsson, Geeky as their second-line center. Zaka, Schwartz, they got Pajot now. And we traded William Karlsson to them. God, boys. God. Alright. So they do have a pretty deep forward group, honestly. Latorno, that's the 6'8". That's the player they got. So Ottawa traded traded for Allmark. They gave him a first-round pick, and that's who they picked. It was Gene Laterno. So this is the return for Linus Allmark, boys. A big 6'8", fourth-line center. So their forward group's pretty deep, boys. And then they still got McAvoy. We gave him York. And York really grew. He really grew, boys. And he's having a fantastic season. He couldn't figure it out with us at all. But Boston figured out a way to use him that we didn't. That's for sure. And now they got a pretty good decor as well. And Swayman's having an unreal season. So, and they got Elias Lindholm here. So their forward group's even more stacked. Alright, boys. So, I mean, yeah. I kind of want to check out the Atlantic Division teams here. Montreal Canadiens, they still have those young players that are growing together as a young core here with Demidov, Slavkovsky, Suzuki, Caulfield. So yeah, they're not a bad team at all. Hudson and Dobson. They got Penner in the 2024 draft when we got Ramo. They got Penner, and he's growing to be better than Ramo right now. I think it's because they're giving him the reins a little bit more. Still got Ryan back here, so things are looking good in Montreal as well. They got Varlamov as well. So yeah. Varlamov's having a good year again. Man, we traded a lot of players to the Atlantic Division, honestly. I don't know if that was a good move. Ottawa still got the same lineup. I don't know who this guy is. They drafted him second overall this year. He's already playing pretty good there on the third line. Defensively, this probably still have Sanderson and Zub, Shabbat. Yakimchuk starting to grow there. Allmark in the net. Levy's backing up. Let's see, Toronto here. Still got Stolars in the net, but they don't have Joseph Wall, obviously. Tanev injured. They got Nyes, Matthews, Nylander still. They got Tavares on the second line. It looks like their depth dropped off a bit. Defensively, they don't have that stud. I mean, Riley, but he's playing on the second pair. Toronto doesn't look that good, but I mean, still got Matthews and Nylander. Yeah, they're pretty good ones, must say. What about Florida? So we took Ekblad from them, but they still got a pretty deep lineup, boys. Kachuk, Barkov, Reinhardt, that line's insane. All franchise players. Yeah, literally all franchise players. Marchand's still kicking it at 37 years old. Verhaeghe's still there. Bennett's on the third line with Lundell. That's a crazy third line, boys. Their fourth line's also nasty. So you see what I mean when I say we need an extra guy on that. Like at the trade deadline, we're gonna have to make some moves. I get that our team's good. Like we got McDavid and everything, but like it's not good enough to compete with teams like this. They got Matheson now on the blue line. Like, yeah, we gotta make some moves to compete here. But Bobrovsky's still in the crease. Got Brent Burns as a healthy scratch. Like, yeah, boys. Definitely gonna have to make some moves this season, all right? So you look at Buffalo, their team stats are unreal. They're having a great season. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a look here. If there's a move we can make, if there's anybody on the block that we should.
All right, boys. So unfortunately, my mic gives out here, but don't worry. I went to Walmart to buy a brand new mic. I bought the brand new PS5 Pulse Elite, so there will be no more mic issues. I bit the bullet and I got it done. So yeah, moving forward, there will be no more issues with my mic. Anyways, in this part of the video, we decided to start making a trade. We went over the Atlantic Division's rosters, and we realized that to compete in the playoffs, we're really going to have to make a move for a first-line player. We were looking at players like Andrew Kopp and everything, but we settled on a player from Seattle, and we made a move here, so I just wanted to let you guys know that my mic did cut out here for the remainder of this video, but the only thing that is remaining in this video is the trade. So I'm going to throw the trade in this video here coming up, and then there's also one more game that we simmed, but other than that, we'll be up to date, and the next video will have me talking with my new mic, so hopefully there will be no more mic issues ever again on this channel. I'm sorry for all the issues that I've had so far with my mic. I was really trying to make it work with my old mic, but it's just a piece of shit, so we're going to throw that one out. We bought a new one. Yeah, so I'm really excited about it. No more issues, hopefully, so yeah. I'm going to cut this video up until the trade, and then that'll be pretty much it for this video, all right? All right, boys, so here we are with the trade. We want to trade for Jared McCann, who is a first line, well, he's a second line left winger in this game, but we're going to play him on the first line with McDavid and Kempe. That's the idea. He's going to stabilize that first line and allow Turcotte to move down the lineup. So there it is. Trade accepted, boys. We traded a first, a second, and a goalie prospect along with Gus Nyquist. And yeah, that was it. So I like that we didn't give any prospects really except for that goalie. And I don't like that we gave up Gus Nyquist, but you got to give up something to get something. So yeah, here we throw him in the lineup, and then we play the game, or we real-time sim the game against Boston, and we lose 5-1. So that's it for this video pretty much. Follow me on TikTok. I will be updating based on this video. And I'll be back very soon with another video, probably today, because I don't like how this video ended. So I appreciate your patience a lot. From now on, there will be no more issues like this. This is the last time this is going to happen. I guarantee it. My new mic is, I'm going to set that up today. And yeah, so I'm excited to not have these issues anymore moving forward. And I'll see you guys in the next video really soon, all right? Thank you guys for your patience again, and we'll see you soon.